Do we clap at the same time? Or? Okay, that's it.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Dear Younger Self. And today we'll be discussing authenticity with YouTuber Meir Kay.
Hey, I'm Meir Kay.
I'm a big fan of Meir because he listened to his true calling. And on top of following the traditional path of an Orthodox Jew,
Tradition!
keeping Shabbat, going to the synagogue, keeping kosher, he also decided to channel his creativity and all of his energy into creating a YouTube channel that has now over 10 million views. Each video is pure joy from beginning to end. You'll be laughing out loud and wishing you had a friend like Meir, which I now do. So Meir, if you could use 3 words to describe yourself as a teenage boy, which words would you use?
I would say curious, confused, and adventurous. I was shipped off to a boarding school, an old boys boarding school. During that time, it was a big transition from the kind of lifestyle I was used to back at home, meeting new people. And which sort of leads me into the confusion part, because what happened was during this period of my time, I did come with a lot of energy, curious, excited about this new chapter in my life. And it wasn't really appreciated there with the people and with the environment I was in. And it was a difficult time to adjusting and figuring out, you know, am I doing the right thing? Is this too much? Am I too bouncy and colorful? Have like colors, and I like to have funky designs. And usually in this sort of world, there was a lot of black and white. Today it's changed a lot. It's evolved, which is really, really cool to see. But I would say 10, 15 years ago when I was going through that process, it was a lot more, there wasn't much of a gray, it was a lot of black and white. And I was just trying to fit in. Yeah. And I think fitting in is the worst thing one can do to themselves. You have to, because once you start doing that, this divide happens where you project yourself to the people around you, and then you have what you feel inside. And over time, the more you sort of fake that, the gap becomes bigger and bigger, and you're trying to jump, and then sometimes the gaps get so big, when you jump, you fall down. In
your house, like what was expected of you, like as when you grew up?
Well, I have to say I've been blessed, because I think the way I am today has a lot to do with the way I was brought up. We had Shabbat, we kept kosher, of course. I mean, I was sent to a Jewish school all my life. So I did grow up in that system, but at the same time, it was always fused with some color, with this joy and happiness. Anybody who meets my parents, they know right away. I'm like, oh, your mom's bossy? Oh my God, because like she's a ball of energy. Ma, I don't know how you do it. I don't know.
If you would go back and tell now your 14-year-old self what you're doing now, what do you think he would say?
OMG. Well, I mean, I'm gonna sound like really, really old right now, because like this was the 14-year-olds was like before YouTube, right? So like this was, I know kids, I know. I was there, BC. So like I mean, that platform didn't exist, but at that time I had dreams, I had aspirations. I always loved acting and performing and even directing at the time. So to think like now, like I'm doing that, I'm acting on those goals, I'm able to support myself by doing so as well. I think, you know, I know my 14-year-old self be like, yo, Meir Kay! But actually back then I was actually known as Archie, but I was sort of back before the pre-beard, they said I looked like Archie with the freckles and all that.
That's why he'll always be a winner.
What does it mean to live an authentic life?
One has to always check in with oneself, because we live in a crazy world today. As every decade, every year, every half year, as every year goes by, with technology and the way the world is developing, we're fed so much information of what we should be, how we should look, where we should buy our clothing, what we should eat, what we shouldn't eat, how we should think, how we should vote. There's so much going on. There's so much noise in the world. And I think it's important to like really touch base with oneself and to not lose focus on who you are. When the door is shut and no one's around, are you truly happy? And if you're not, what are the things that in your life that are holding you back from genuine happiness? Because there's no reason why you should not experience genuine happiness. You should not be, and once you're happy, everything else falls into place. To live in an authentic world, that world has to start with oneself. It's not selfish, you have to start with oneself. And because once you're healthy, once you're authentic, you could be a light to everybody else around you.
So what advice would you give someone that is looking to create a YouTube channel and wants to be authentic on YouTube?
The best way to be authentic when making any kind of content, whether you're using YouTube or any other platform in general in life, is to be true to your own voice. But if you have passion, if you're true, if there's truth to it, then that will come over into the camera, and that's what's most important, the content. People want to connect. It's all about you too. It's about you. What's your message to the world? Your voice. There's billions of people in the world, but there's only one you, and that makes you special. And then so instead of trying to fit in with other types of people and messages or whatnot, just really try to hone into yourself, figure yourself out, find that voice which only you have, and share that with the world.
And what would you say is the essence of your channel?
I would say it's all about happiness and positivity. No, seriously, it is. I've been trying to push through all my family and my friends, and the message I want to bring out to the world is about bringing people together, going beyond religion and faith. I think it's all important. I mean, heck, I'm a religious Jew, but I think there's this core of humanity which we all can connect with, and that is through happiness and positivity. Get out there, make stuff, create, be yourself, be authentic. I love you.
What's your favorite video from the ones that you've created?
Ooh, wow. It's like, who's your favorite child? I don't have any children. I'm saying, like, how do you choose your favorite? You don't want to just choose one. Everybody's gonna say, oh, High Five New York. I love High Five New York, and it sort of put me on the map, so to speak.
Yeah.
I guess I would say, wow, one of the most favorite days of my life, I would say, was the dancing DJ party on the subway video.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You have to check that out.
Yeah.
Right now, stop this video. Go check that one. It's right here. You can click on it.
What I loved about that video is like I went out with a few friends and we just made it work. And what we did is we took this platform and we turned it into a DJ dance party. And we had music, we had lights, we had a bouncer with a red VIP rope, and everybody's VIP on the subway. And we just blasted out the music and we had fun. It was just like a great day. Like we were filming, I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. It was just wild.
Tell us what other kinds of jobs do you do besides YouTube, which I don't even consider this a job.
No,
right?
oh my gosh, yeah, seriously, right?
It's a dream.
Yeah, it's crazy. If I could tell my grandmother back in Russia, look what I'm doing today, She's like, look! Get married, have kids. So besides making YouTube videos, I am also a bar mitzvah motivator. So I actually go to the parties and I dance with the kids. I keep them on the dance floor. We play games. We have dance off with the parents. It's tons of fun.
What has been one of the proudest moments of your life?
I make these videos to spread happiness, positivity, to inspire. When I received this letter back, this message back, and they were saying how they were moved, and by watching the video, the message, they've become happy. And it's such a powerful thing to hear that you're able to affect someone in such a monumental way from afar, but through this medium of YouTube, of videos. That's something I'm proud about. It starts off with an idea, and then it turns into action, and then it just spreads.
I have a last question for you.
Tell me. One more. That's it. It's over. Oh, no, come on.
Almost. If I actually want you to challenge the audience.
We all have that one thing on the tip of our tongue that's sitting in our heart, in our gut, that we know if we create, if we do something about it, it will tap into something deeper within ourselves. Whether it's reaching out to somebody that you love, maybe it's a crush, maybe it's a parent. Perhaps you have a video idea and you want to put that out into the world. Do it. Just take action. Tap into it. You know what it is. Don't run away from it. It's right there. Yeah, whatever that is right there, hold on to it. Hold on to that feeling and run with that. Be authentic with that. Express it. Make it. Create it.
I'll put all the links below.
Meir Kay. Meir Kay is the way. I like to say, I'm Meir Kay. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for taking the time to time travel with me and speak to your younger self and bring really valuable advice on authenticity and everything else you mentioned. So thanks.
Thank you so much,
Awesome.
Michelle. Woo!
Bye guys. See you next time.
Represent. I'm from Brooklyn. What it look like. Gava.